What do you get when you boil a funny bone? Laughing stock! Hello, pioneers, and thank you for joining me. My name is Bed by Daylight, and I'm here with episode 16. I know what you're saying. I can hear you saying it and thinking it already. You say, Bed, I know you sound so handsome, but surely you can count. This is only episode 15. And boy, are you astute. This is episode 15. However, this is supposed to be episode 16, and episode 15 was lost to the ages. Not really lost. I did, however, make a oopsie. So even though I played and made content for 5 hours, when I went to go edit it, you cannot hear me at all. None of my quips or japes or jests or anything of the matter. You didn't even hear a joke. So that's my fault. I'm going to give you a quick little preview of what I did. I built this, which makes quick wire out of Ethereum, and ships it over to the storage barn, storage parking garage. The bedroom, that's what we should call it. And we send that quick wire over to an AI limiter factory, in addition to sending it back to the storage garage. And I made a little oopsie here too with these trucks. So you're gonna see it pop up in the left-hand side there. It's gonna say, basically there's a traffic jam and something's wrong. And that's my fault. I mixed my forward and backward nodes here, which is, basically the one thing you can't do with trucks. Trucks get a really bad rap in this game, and it is unfounded. They are the absolute best, and I'm going to be going into highlighting that in the near future. However, first I need to film this episode and go back and do voiceover for the other episode. And no, I'm not doing that now, and I'm moving on with this episode because I don't know how to do a voiceover. So I have all that footage, and I'm going to show it to you of how I built all this stuff. Here's the AI limiter factory. Look at the tasty, tasty assemblers up there. Oh, I love it. It came out really well. But just know it's got 4 traffic bays for shipping the AI limiters to the storage facility, bringing in copper that we need to make the copper sheets, bringing in the quick wire used to make the AI limiters, and providing some coal fuel here for all the trucks. Anyway, it will come. I made it oopsie, and there's nothing I can do about it now. And I don't want to go out on a sour note because I'm going on holiday day after tomorrow, so I won't be here. I'm BEDplaysGAMES, and I'm going to go play some games. Some buddies of mine are going to the beach, and we're going to play board games all weekend. Do you like board games too? I love games of all kinds, including board games. What's your favorite board game? Let me know down below. So yeah, in addition to building the AI limiter factory, the quick wire factory, and bringing all that stuff back here, I've done some general work on the parking garage, expanding it upstairs, and coming up with a general footprint of how we're going to do it from now on. You'll also might notice that we did complete phase 2. We launched the pieces to the space elevator, and it was awesome. And once again, there's no audio. So I think moving forward, we are going to just pretend like that little oopsie didn't happen, and I'm going to ignore the fact that I've already built the AI limiter factory, and I will show you when I learn how to do a voiceover, which I will learn to do within the next week or so. Anyway, that's enough rambling on. I also have been researching hard drives. I spent, let's see, today's Saturday, a good day to relax, and I spent last night probably 5 or 6 hours going, well, it couldn't have been that long. I don't know, I was drinking a lot of pop. Went and got a lot of hard drives, so yeah, we're going to keep catching up on that. And this episode is going to be about motors. We're going to make a motor factory. Okay, the MAM is done. Charcoal, biocoal, or steel rod. Boy, these are slim pickings. I am, just so you're aware, the hard drives that you get out of these crashed freighters, I mean, they take 10 minutes, you get 3 choices, yada, yada, yada. If you don't see a choice, or you have a choice between 3 things, don't worry about it. You can unlock all of them. Yeah, I mean, there's more hard drives than there are alternate recipes. And if you don't select one, there's a chance it'll come up the next time. But either way, at this stage of the game, my goal is to get all of these unlocked before I'm moving on too far to get more options into the into the rotation or whatever. So yes. Anyway, motors. Let me show you the motors. Here's the motors. It requires 10 rotors and 10 stators per minute. So you need it in a 1-to-1 ratio to make half as many motors. Yeah, so that's cool. But looky here, in the alternate recipes, I've got a steel rotor, which uses pipes and wire, and the regular stator uses pipes and wire. So that's going to be really cool. Plus you can see it makes, up in the top right there, you can see it makes, oh sorry, I messed that up. Anyway, it makes it 1-to-1. They both take 12 seconds to make one. So it's going to be really, really perfect. But we need to find a place to build this. We need pipes and we need copper wire, which means we need copper, iron, and coal. So let's find a spot to build this factory. Oh, there we go. I've been moving around and pinging for coal, and I hadn't been able to find it, but now I do. And look, there's a lot of nodes over there. There's 4 coal nodes. Oh my gosh, it even tells you the purity on the map here. I didn't know that. And when you use V to ping for it, if you have a miner on it, it says you've claimed it. I didn't know that either. That's really cool. I'm really excited that we're figuring this out together. So anyway, eastward. Well, this is kind of cool. I just kind of leapt off that mountain and landed down here. Oh, and look at this. There's blow-upable rocks. That's a word, I promise. Didn't even let it land. Okay, vehicle's deadlocked, that's fine. So we're just not going to get the AI limiters while that's happening, but...
Multiple personnel in the area. Proceed with harvest before it's too late.
I'm going to go proceed with harvest before it's too late. Could this little road be any more perfect for trucks? He lied. They're probably going to knock each other off. Is the abyss under there? That's not good. Oh, more coal. Look at it. We're swimming in coal. This area is so cool. Look at these things. They look like flying saucers or... Oh shit, I forgot power. I gotta go back. Never mind, I'm going to continue on. I think there's water right here. I can rig up some sort of coal power to get it started. No, that's dumb. I should just do it. I hear a slug or something.
Comply.
Must. Harvest. Alien. Artifacts. Alright, I'm at the coal. Now let's see if there's any iron around. Yeah, where was that? Well, that's not bad. Okay, and now we need copper. Let's see if copper's nearby. Oh, jackpot. Okay, this spot is perfect. This game gives you a lot of great ways to get around. Blade runners and jumping. You can use the, what's that thing called? The zip line to get up and down, which is probably what I'm going to do right here. But they also give you these natural things to climb, which can be frustrating, but also can be a lot of fun. All right, if you want to place a, yep, look at right there. I just saw a spot. It's not always the easiest to do, but you can sometimes place the power poles from down below and then just jump up and grab your wire. It's not always the easiest, but it will do in a pinch. Here it is. Copper. Power slug. Another glitch with update 6 in Satisfactory is that sometimes all the monsters disappear, and that has seemingly happened to me. They're just gone. But I have faith they'll be back, and if they don't, I'll find another way to fix it. But again, with them derped out right now, I'm not so worried about it. Once they get fixed, I'll be sure to do what I have to do to get them to respawn. Okay, I've gotten completely sidetracked here. I think I'm going to go back and run power over here because I'm kind of swimming in ideas right now of what to do with this factory, and since I can't decide, I'm going to at least use my time wisely, so I'll be back with power and hopefully a plan, but probably just power and herpes. Okay, we're back. Got the power line run over. Got our coal right here. Let's take a look at this view real quick. I forgot to mention that this is called the Blue Crater. This is the Blue Crater Lake. It's really cool, although quite foggy at the moment, so. All right, let's get started. First things first, we need some miners. And to make drills, we need portable miners. I just realized I haven't heard the MAM in a long time, which means I probably missed that it was done. A beacon recipe, awesome. I think we're getting at the very end of the ones that are available to us, so. Alrighty, let's craft up a miner Mark II. Just run the build that way. Okay, let's refine the copper again, refresh our memories. Yeah, right up there. Okay, let me show you an easy traversal method. Take a foundation, doesn't matter what kind, as long as you can snap to it. And then we're going to use those architecture catwalk stairs. And once you're in zoop mode, it's super fast to climb. This is especially good for exploring for hard drives. It's an easy way to get up to those pesky crashes that are, 300 meters in the sky. Oh, I don't actually need to go over there though, do I? Alright, and they're all normal nodes too, which is way better. Most of the nodes in the grassy plains where we started are impure, and in a lot of the other map they're normal or pure. And I think that's what makes the grassy area the best starting area. I know the people will say the northern forest has the best spots. There's a spot that has 4 pure iron nodes within a stone's throw of each other. Like you can literally see them all. Not to mention there's 2 pure copper right next to those, and a pure limestone, and 2 pure quartz, and anyway, so on, etc. However, when you first start out, all you can handle are the impure nodes, and I think that alone is why it's worth starting in the grassy area, because you want to build your starter base there that you don't care enough. I can't pull that many resources out of it at a time, so I don't need to waste it and then mess with it later. I just want to leave it on the impure nodes, have that build my basic stuff, and then we're going to build the more advanced stuff further out. So, all right. So, planning for efficiency isn't really my forte. So let's just look at the numbers and see what looks good. In an assembler, we need to make motors. 5 per minute. No, we can definitely make 10. Can I make 40 per minute? All right, I'm just gonna shoot, just spitballing here. I'm gonna try to make 20 motors per minute. So let's clear some space. Oh wow, this is giving me a lot of mycelia. That's cool. I've been needing some to make some parachutes and stuff like that. And have sort of been putting it off because once I get into oil products, there's a way you can make synthetic fabric, which is just way easier. I'm gonna be jumping off all the cliffs. Okay, I got a nice little place cleared. Let's think about this. We're gonna have motors, we're gonna have stators, and we're gonna have extra rotors to send back. For right now, I've got plenty of coal. In fact, I'm only going to use this node, I think, for this build. Or maybe more. I'm not sure how many. Maybe making 20 is unrealistic, but I think we can do it. So I can use this node to just power up the coal factory. Excuse me, not the coal factory. I'm sorry. We can just use that other coal node to power the trucks to run them back. So, all right, the MAM's done. Let's do that real quick. 6 inventory slots. Yes, please. Hey, check that out. Also, look how far you can zoom in with this picture mode. It's awesome. I do, however, hate that. I wonder if I can blow it up. Hell yeah. When has explosives not been the answer? Okay. You know what I'm thinking? I think we're just going to put them like right here. And it's going to be okay. Because the way that trucks used to operate, again, I don't want to go too much detail about how things used to be, but if you had a tractor going around and it clipped this loading box, this would unload or load. But now it only does it if the truck has a pause node inside of its area. So really useful. I think I like the idea of these just being bare like this for once. We have been covering them up the same way each time. So let's do something different. Let's just have them plopped out in the middle. All right, I've decided that whatever I build upward, that's going to remain open. We're going to have that little opening down through the entire factory. So that's just there as a reminder. Yes, the final two. All right, obviously I'm never going to, well, maybe not obvious. I didn't actually even look at them too much, but I think one's making coal and charcoal, so it makes coal out of biomass, I think, and one makes coal out of wood. So that's not ever something I'm going to probably use in a lot of cases. I'll use it once because it's what we're doing in this playthrough. We're using everything at least once, dude, baby, man, friend. All right, so I'm building these stairs up. These are just the stairs left. And one way I like to do it, to have them go around this kind of like a spiral staircase, is stand on the topmost one. You have to rotate it until it's going back on itself, and then it says a player's in the way. And if you're not using an observation tower, which I should be probably, you can just jump and place it. The more you know. All right, there. And now, if you grab the big pillar,
Harvest.
it's the perfect size to go in between all of these to make a spiral staircase. All right, and I want to wall these in with frame windows. I don't like the way that looks. I wanted to raise that up one. Anyway, so center door, no, side door wall. Pioneer accessibility. Wow, it's a lot of repetitions. Wow. Okay. And I almost ran right off. Okay, let's figure out how many foundries we need. We know we have 240 iron and coal, and that we have this alternate solid steel ingot. So it's 40 per minute. 240 divided by 40 is 6. So we need 6 foundries. And to supply these 6 foundries with 240, we're going to need 240 ingots. We're going to need 8 smelters. Okay, there's 8. And we need to set all of these to iron. Okay, so now the iron ingots can go out this direction or this direction. And the coal will also come in from down there. And so let's put the foundries over here. 4, 5. Okay, so 6 doesn't quite fit. I could extend this lip more, but then that's there. So I think instead what I'll do is I'll put 3 on each side. I feel like I must collect this artifact.
Comply.
Gets much smaller when you drop it. All right, the building isn't symmetrical on this floor, and that's fine. So now we have coal and iron turned into steel. So now we're going to need to turn all the steel into pipes. And how much do we have? We have 66 times, so 360 per minute. So 360 divided by 30 is 12. 12 times 20 is 240. And so with 240 per minute, that uses 15. And that uses 10 per minute. So to get 5 and 5, we need 25 per minute. Okay, now it's time to split them. I think I'll just do our tried and true assembler splitting method. Top to the left, bottom to the right. I think that's the convention we used. I don't know, it doesn't even matter though. So, okay, there. We've got those all belted up. And I lied. Now we need to figure out how we're going to pull the resources into the building. Where is that node? Okay, so there's 1 and there's 2. So probably pulling it in right here makes the most sense. There. 2 resources coming in. I love it. Okay. Let's get, we need to get power run. And what are we making with this? We're making the pipes. And so now we need wire. I was having a little think about it. And what we can do is, we didn't have enough copper, I don't think. But what we can do is we can make up with it with this iron wire recipe. Because we have a little bit of iron extra. Especially if we throw another power shard into there. So doesn't really matter how high we make this. It's already 4 high, so that's good. I think we've done 3 high and 5 high previously, so this is something new. There's the ceiling run. Now we need to do power. And I don't have Mark II wall outlets yet, so let's get those really quick. Plug ourselves in an awesome sink, and look at that, we have 16 coupons. Attachments, here we go. Oh my gosh, I haven't even shown you hypertubes yet. Oh, we definitely need that. So wall power outlets. Mark II. There's 4. Okay, I'm gonna get these structural frame sets. There's several times I've been really aching to have those. That's, what is that, 14? Maybe something in the customizer. Here, number patterns, I like it. Plus this way I can spend all the coupons and not have any in my inventory. Good enough. Okay, so I've got power coming into the factory up there, running onto that floor, coming back down here to run this floor. Remember, we're going to try to keep this one wide open. So I think I want to use those. Must be here. Yes, frame walls. This is what I want. Frame walls. in the corner. All right, that looks a little flimsy still. I'll have to add some more support, but I'm going to continue onward first. So now it's probably a good time to split up the iron coming in. Foundations, this style foundation floor, when you line them up in the center, really makes this part easy. So you just need to line it up with that square in the middle of the foundation. Now we're swimming in iron. All right, there's our coal going in. There, I like that. Nice support. Plus there's an overhang, a difference in width right there, so I like this. Oh, I think some lights being on top of this would be cool. Let's check our power right now before we go too much further. All right, we're still good. Max consumption is still below capacity, and our running consumption is only half of our capacity, really. So if we want to roll the dice, we could probably be okay. So we've got the truck stations coming in. We have Pioneer area. We have the pipes done. Let's go check the pipes. And so you split it between two, so really I can just take 1, 2, 3, 4 and merge them here. All right. It's half the iron done. Let me finish that other half and then we'll do the coal. All right, now I'm just gonna run the coal along here. And then I have to add a splitter right here. All right, steel's produced. Yeah, what am I saying? Earlier I said the pipes were done. We haven't made the pipes yet. All we've done is make steel. Oops, and I haven't even finished. I didn't finish the stairwell up there yet. All right, and here comes the copper. Okay, 270 copper coming in requires 9 smelters. So let's do those right here, I think. Sounds good. 9. All right, let's belt this up really quick. Okay, let's set the recipes now. Okay, we'll run some power when we can. And now, what? These take, wire takes 15 per minute. We've got 270. So we've got 9 smelters need to be divided up into 18 constructors. And then 18 constructors times 30 wires, 540. If I recall correctly, we need 560 per minute. We're 20 short per minute. Yeah, that should be fine. If we want iron wire, we're 20 short per minute. This will make 22.5 per minute, making up the difference we need. And we have 30 extra iron ingots per minute, and we only need 12.5. So that's going to be just fine. So we need 19 constructors, 1 for some iron and 18. All right, there's 9 there, so we definitely have room for 9. Let's do it. Let's fill up this whole floor. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, 10. And then I'll do 9 on the next floor. So this is fine for measuring. We'll do 3. And we'll have a stack. Okay. Okay, perfect. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we need to peel off just a little bit of these ingots. Just right there. And look, I'm just gonna put the splitter. Oh man, I put this too close together. Okay. Okay. Very cool. Okay, so now we have 2 stacks, including 19 constructors for wire. We've got 18 for copper, and then this one doing steel wire that we've peeled off from the, iron wire that we peeled off the iron ingots from the factory floor down below. Now we need to run power lines to all of these constructors and all of these smelters and run the belt work. So let me do that really quick. Okay, there's that. I didn't run the power yet, but this is the way I'm going to run the conveyor belts, so I don't like that it clips into there. I might have to take those out, but that's not a big deal. Alright, so this is all merging. Got the power run and the belts run. This is going to shoot the copper here. You see it's not a full belt yet because the way we run the manifold is these last machines aren't getting enough ore yet, but they will as the other ones fill up. But yeah, that looks cool, I think. I like the double stack. It's a lot of constructors, but I like that a lot. So this is all the wire we need. So now we have all of the steel we need and all of the wire we need. So now we need to make steel pipes, and then we need to route the pipes and the copper into the assemblers we need for making the motors. Nope, sorry. 2 more steps. We need to make the rotors and the stators first. Oh, this project is becoming huge. Safety first, pioneers. I'm just kidding. Efficiency first. Safety is not a big deal. But marking out the territory, the perimeter here of this hole. We're going to have all the wire go up there. Now what am I going to do with all that steel? We need to turn 360 steel per minute into steel pipes. Okay, this is getting annoying. So it's time to hypertube. But where are we going to hypertube? Also, I don't think I unlocked this. Let me show you. We need some more coupons. Alright, we have 2 coupons now. Let's go back into the awesome shop. We need attachments. We want hypertube wall attachments. So let's buy those. I'm glad we had enough. That would have been annoying if we didn't. But this walk is getting annoying, I'll tell you what. So hypertubes are awesome. Let's have a little tutorial. For this one, you can use these on the floor. If you want to do a hypertube, you could do a support right here, or put a hypertube entrance down. But what I want them to be is hidden in the walls. So let's start with a wall, and we're going to put a hypertube wall hole right there in the center of it. And so now what that's going to do is allow us to attach an entrance and then the tube to this wall. So that's the hypertube entrance. That's where we go in. All right, a little temp power right there. And now we need a place to go. So we're going to go up 1 floor. We're going to grab a hypertube wall hole again. I don't even need the entrance yet. What I'm going to do is run the hypertube. This has a build mode too, auto. You can hit R to do it as well. Auto 2-dimensional, noodle, horizontal to vertical. That's kind of what I'm doing, so I'm going to use that one. And more. We'll see those. There, and so since I've got the entrance right here, you can see air being sucked into it. And so what I'm going to do is be able to run right up to it, and it's going to send me. And since it's fighting gravity, it doesn't go very quickly, but if I want to put an entrance on this second side, I can do that. Power it, and now I can go back down. These are awesome. They're so good for getting around. All right, grab an entrance, toss an entrance on there. And now we're going to power those two, and then we're going to send them upstairs. First I'll head back downstairs, grab another wall. Okay, so let's get some more hypertube wall holes. Okay, now we've got hypertubes. There. Now we've got a way up and down, in addition to the stairs. I want the stairs there just in case, for whatever reason, if the power goes out, and plus that was my first plan. But now we've got hypertubes to take us up and down. So the same thing here. An entrance there, an entrance there. A little bit of power added. And then we can put some signs on these, but for right now we can see that one's going up, so let's go up there. It's going to make getting up and down a lot easier. Okay, where were we? Pipe making. 360 per minute. That's going to require 12 of these. Okay, that looks good. So we'll combine those foundries downstairs. Since we have those split in half, we'll just send up half the steel to this one, and then we'll do the same on the other side. And I'll belt and power it up too. Finished piping up the pipes. The steel comes up outside, right up this wall. We've got power coming in, split up on that side, split on that side. So there, this pipe's done. So now we've got pipes and we've got wire. So now we need to turn those pipes and wire into rotors and stators, and then combine the rotors and stators into motors. And then we're done. All right, it's time to math more stuff because I never write this stuff down. I should probably write stuff down, but it seems like a lot of work. All right, motors, 5 per minute. So we need 4 of these to make 20 per minute. So we need 40 rotors per minute, 40 stators per minute. So we need 8 of these assemblers to make rotors to make 40 per minute. So we need 80 steel pipes per minute and 240 wire per minute. Is that right? Well, that's just about perfect, I think. How many pipes does each bank make? Makes 120 per minute. 20, 40, 60, 120, 240. And I only need 80 of those for the rotors. So 4 of these. So I can combine these 4 machines and send them up for the rotors. And that makes these 8 machines, which is 160 per minute. Let me verify that that'll do. Check the math. 120, we need 8. We need 8 of these for 8 stators per minute. 8 steel pipes, 8 times 15 is 120. Awesome, we're nearing the end. In fact, I think we could probably squeeze the rest of this on one floor, especially because I want to have the motors sticking out somewhere, kind of like how I did with the AI limiter factory. Let me just see if these will fit right here. Take an assembler. Could bring the materials up from behind it. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We have 8 steel rotors being made. Okay, so now we need to take some pipes up. Let me grab a merger. We're going to point it back towards me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to take this over to here, I think. Oh, it's perfect. All right, that's a little too close. That's okay, though. It's not... It would be perfect if it was, I think, but... All right, let me just split the pipes this time, right now. We'll have one full belt of wire coming up. So to split it, we need to have the splitters going that way. Where do we want to run wire up? I think we can do it right here. This is a bump out. We didn't have anything down here earlier, so... Or this far over to the north. So let's... Perfect. Let's head down. Here to where the wire is getting made. Alright, so this should be 8 machines. 9 machines, sorry. Wait, do I need 240 or 270 up there? We need steel rotors. I need 30 times 8. We need 240. So we don't need all of them. That's okay. That's okay. Let's just take it one step at a time. Put our wall right here. And we'll merge up 8 of these. Now we've got 240 wire per minute in that line. I think we are almost done. Can't wait. I have to decorate this beast. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I think maybe that'll be a next episode type of thing. All right, let's try a new floor. Foundation, no, architecture. Glass frame floor. This is what I want. And we're going to build glass floors out here for the motor assemblies. You know, make them special. Okay, so we've merged all the rotors. We still need power up here. And now let's merge all the stators. All right, now we've merged the rotors. All right, we've split up the product for the stators, so let's do the same for the rotors. Okay, got the splitters going, and now let's run the belts in. And then we'll bring up the resources from downstairs, and then we will run power up here. And then we will hook up the final assemblers to make the motors. We'll bring one up there and one up there. Excellent. Let's grab some, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, teaching lesson. No matter how high you fall from, you will live if you have full health. So you'll see I went down to like half a little chicklet of health. That's as much as you'll get hurt no matter what. So it's a good idea to stay full. Okay, now this is going to be 320 wire which means that our belts aren't fast enough for this part right here. So, you know, it's going to run inefficiently until we can unlock the next tier belt, which will be really soon. Mark IV belts. And those are made out of the encased industrial beams. We've got rotors. We've got stators. Unpowered, but done. One assembler straddling this intersection. Right at the edge. This intersection right at the edge. There we go. And I'll go over here. Yeah, I knew I missed that one. Okie dokie. Motor. 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 Okay. So there. Now we can run them down. And besides decorating, we're all done. Oh, this was exhausting. This took 4 or 5 hours. I think. I don't even have the outputs hooked up. Inverted ramps. Like that. And then I can use the ramps. Like that. Okay, I think I actually want to merge the outputs first before I send it down. I didn't want to do that initially, but I think it'll be easier that way. So let's merge. Let's merge inward to here. Okay, now these are floating. Okay, I'm coming down to get the output out, and I remembered we have these 3 truck stations. I'm supposed to bring the overflow out. So I'll need to come up with another way to do that as well. But for right now, I should be able to just... bring this in here like this. Look at that, we already have 116. I love it so much. Well, there, that was a productive episode. I didn't get the motor factory decorated, but the episode's running quite long, so I think it's time to wrap up and say goodbye. Particularly after the letdown that was losing my audio on that other episode. So let's see, I bet we can unlock something now that we've got motors produced. Here we go. So now we're going to get oil. The next phase of the game will be unlocked. Pretty excited. Are you excited? I'm getting excited. We have all of our products in abundance now, which is going to be really helpful. Let's do it. Let's launch it off.
Milestone reached. Caution.
As always, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, why don't you leave a like, leave a comment down below, and maybe subscribe. Till then, thanks for watching. Bye now.